This week, the week of November 17, and AI didn't just move fast. It felt like the entire industry hit the accelerator at once. My name is Eugina Jordan. I'm a former CMO turned AI startup founder with 24 patents. We're entering the phase where AI stops being a tool and becomes the operating system of the economy. Let's break it. Number one, let's start with Google, because this was not a model release. It was a declaration of intent. Gemini 3 isn't just a smarter chatbot. It's Google saying, we are done playing defense. We're entering the agent era and we're bringing the entire Google empire with us. And they can do something OpenAI simply can't. They can run these models at radically lower cost than anyone else on earth. Because Google doesn't run GPUs. Google builds them, TPUs. Google doesn't rent data centers. Google owns them coast to coast. Google doesn't worry about distribution. Google controls search, ads, Android, Chrome, Gmail, Workspace. This is vertical integration at scale. OpenAI, Anthropic, nobody can match. This is why Google can take anything OpenAI builds and commoditize it instantly. Make it cheaper, make it default, make it everywhere. Gemini's 3 benchmarks? Sure, they are great. But the real story is the plumbing underneath. The infrastructure that turns Gemini into a business. And then there is Nano Banana Pro, the imaging model that can generate perfect, multilingual, layout accurate text inside images, infographics, product shots, diagrams, instantly and at scale. Embedded inside YouTube Studio, of course, Google Ads and Workspace. Google isn't thinking about AI features. They're building end-to-end systems. Gemini 3 plus Antigravity IDE is Google building the agent development environment. Nano Banana is Google building the visual layer. And search agentic planning is the consumer layer. If OpenAI brought the AI moment, Google is trying to define the AI decade. Number 2, Anthropic. And while Google tries to own the front end, Anthropic quietly locked in the back end, the compute. A $30 billion Azure commitment they made, plus a strategic partnership with Nvidia, plus availability across AWS and Google. Anthropic just became the only frontier model deployed consistently across major clouds. This is enormous, because the future isn't which model is the best. The future is which model is the most available, most scalable, and embedded into every enterprise workflow. Anthropic is building Claude not just as a chatbot, but as the agentic brain of the enterprise. Inside Anthropic, Claude already writes 90% of their internal code. And they aren't guessing about the agentic future. They are living in it. This deal cements Anthropic as the backbone of enterprise AI and positions them as the only counterweight to OpenAI Prime Microsoft. Number 3. Meanwhile, politics got spicy. Trump's team drafted an executive order that would have given the federal government unprecedented power over state AI regulation. It would have led DOJ sue states that pass their own AI laws, potentially withheld broadband funds as punishment, centralized AI oversight inside the White House. This would have been the most aggressive federal grab in AI governance today. Then it was paused at the last second because Congress, actually both parties, hated it. States hated it. And industry was anxious. And politically, it was radioactive. So now we stay in the world I keep warning founders about. AI regulation will be fragmented. 50 separate regimes, each doing its own thing. And if you're building AI workflows for SMBs or enterprises, you will need auditability, traceability, explainability, model choice compliance layers, and this is not optional. It's the cost of doing business in the AI agent era. Number 4, OpenAI also had a monster week. But let me tell you in a very different way. Target and ChatGPT, it's the first real agentic retail experience. Plan events, build carts, order pickup or delivery, and all inside ChatGPT. This is the future of retail. Commerce that starts with a conversation and not a search. And Target's also rolling out ChatGPT Enterprise to 18,000 employees. This is top-down AI adoption at scale. Then Intuit and OpenAI, inside chatbot, QuickBooks, TurboMax, MailChimp, and Credit Karma. Yes, all inside ChatGPT. This is the AI CFO moment. Intuit is essentially giving Open the financial DNA of S&P America. And then Foxconn, they are co-designing the racks, cooling systems, and power for next-gen AI compute, all in the US. OpenAI is no longer just a model company. They're building the industrial backbone of AI. OpenAI also released ChatGPT for teachers. It's a free product for lesson planning, rubrics, quizzes, all aligned to state standards. They announced group chats. AI becomes a collaborative teammate, not a one-on-one assistant. And also, OpenAI, in my opinion, quietly building the horizontal layer of the AI economy. It's one partnership at a time. Number 5. Some news from Microsoft AI event. They declared chatbots are dead. If OpenAI went horizontal, Microsoft is becoming vertical enterprise AI. Ignite 2025 was the clear signal yet. Microsoft is done with chatbots. They are now in the era of enterprise agent. Agent 365 is the new control plane, your company's agent operating system. Agents that plan your work, execute your work, manage workflows, and it's across Office, Teams, Azure, Fabric. And the biggest surprise, Claude is now a first-class citizen inside Copilot and Foundry. This is not OpenAI versus Anthropic. This is Microsoft actually saying, we will sell both. The enterprise doesn't want one model, it wants many. The CEO isn't betting on a model. He's betting on the entire agent ecosystem. And honestly, in my opinion, he's right. Let's talk business reality for a moment. A massive Canadian study found 93% of companies adopted AI and only 2 saw meaningful ROI. This mirrors MIT earlier finding that 95% of companies saw no measurable return from AI. Why? Because everyone is deploying AI features, not AI transformation, not AI workflows. They're sprinkling AI on top of all processes instead of redesigning the processes around AI. This is why companies like JP Morgan are pulling ahead, while everyone else is stuck in the pilot purgatory. And that's number 6, JP Morgan. They became the first AI native major bank. So let's talk about this. 150,000 employees using AI weekly, agents and credit, legal, research, risk, and they're using model agnostic LLM suite. You see the entire workflow is being restructured from scratch. They're not using AI as a tool or a sprinkler. They're using AI as infrastructure. This is the blueprint everyone else will follow years from now. Number 7, half of the internet is now garbage. You probably felt this without knowing why. Search result feels worse, right? RAG pipelines feel noisier, model hallucinations more. And here's why. Content farms pumping garbage. Low quality SEO sites auto-generated daily. Models training on model output, a feedback loop of mediocrity. This is catastrophic for data quality. Models don't need more data. No. They need better data. Winners in the next era will be those who own, number 1, clean data sets, number 2, proprietary data sets, number 3, structured workflows, and curated ground truth. not those who just have the biggest model. Number 8. Meta dropped SAM 3 and it didn't get the hype it deserved. But let me tell you, it should. Because it segment any concept across any video, track object across frames, and produce 3D reconstructions from a single image. This is not a toy. This is the foundation for agents with actual perception. When agents can see the world, not just read the text, we step into completely new era. Real robotics, real physical agents, real autonomy. This is the missing piece of the puzzle. Now, you know what shocked me the most this week on AI? The IRS. They just deployed AI agents across legal appeals and taxpayer advocacy, not chatbots, agents. Doing triage, summaries, routing, case prep. No one expected the federal government to move this fast. This is the beginning of something bigger. Government workflows becoming agentic. Once the public sector normalizes AI agents, the private sector has no excuse left. Number 10. Clem DeLange, CEO of Hugging Face, said the quiet part out loud. We're in AI LLM bubble. Too many companies building frontier models. Too much compute chasing benchmark and bragging rights. Not enough investment in vertical agents, domain models, robotics, scientific models, synthetic data, evaluation tooling, and safety infrastructure. And yes, he's right. This isn't a collapse prediction, it's a correction prediction. The next wave of AI value won't come from bigger models. It'll come from applied systems, exactly the space I'm building in. Number 11. AI isn't just changing products, it's changing the labor pyramid. Companies are cutting junior staff and giving their work to AI. But here's the problem I see. If you don't train juniors, you don't get seniors. No, you don't. You don't magically create experienced talent. Companies that replace junior roles with AI will pay the price in 5 to 7 years. Massively. AI should amplify juniors, not erase them. Number 12. Travel is becoming the first fully AI native vertical. Agents are already handling. Listen to this. Pricing, bookings, operations, yield management, and customer support, and also loyalty personalization. It's hotels, airlines, and OTAs are moving toward unified AI operating layers. Travel is about to run on agents, not humans click on legacy systems. And it's a preview of what's coming for every industry. This week made something very, very clear. We're no longer in the AI app phase. We're no longer in the chatbot phase. We're entering the agentic systems phase, where AI stops being a tool and becomes the infrastructure. The companies that understand this, that build with AI, not around it, are the ones that will win the next decade. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and I'll see you next week with more founder level breakdowns of what's coming in AI for business.